In this video, we'll be taking a detailed look at the steps required to set up the integration of YB Tracker and Nautical Cloud. Please note that you will need the YB race code, username and password from the admin sheet provided by YB Tracker. To start, you must activate YB tracking within the race. To do this, you need to navigate to the race details and then race tracking. Once here, you will need to enable YB tracking. This is where you enter the race code, username and password then provided on the admin sheet. Once the race has been set up for tracking, the next step is to add the tracker serial numbers for each race entry. There are several methods to achieve this. The first method is via a boat's race entry. Once in a race entry, you can input the YB tracker serial number here. Another option to add YB serial numbers is to update a downloadable Excel sheet and then re-import it. You can do this by selecting the Export Sheet button in the Race Tracking tab. This will open an Excel spreadsheet with all the entries listed. Match the YB serials to the boats and enter them into the YB Tracker serial number column. Note that if you leave the serial number column blank, it will not overwrite any serial numbers entered by others. This means that you could have two or more versions of the same sheet to allow others to help with the process. This file then needs to be re-uploaded. Press the Browse button to re-upload the amended sheet. Any new serial numbers will automatically be added to the relevant race entries. If your race is using the check-in feature, you are able to enter, amend, and check the serial number when checking each competitor in. Now, let's finish setting up the race. You can use the YB Finish geofence to finish boats or just track their finish time. This can be toggled on or off here. Note that a time entered by the race committee will override this time in the results, but the system will retain a record of the tracker finish time. YB will give you a name for the finish geofence. Enter it here. If your race is using both finish declarations and YB times in results, you are able to decide which timing source takes priority in the results. Once all serial numbers have been updated, the fleet sheet will need to be sent back to YB. You are able to select up to 3 rating authorities for YB to display. This can be exported using the Export Fleet Sheet button. The timer icon allows you to see information on when the boat finished. This will bring up the boat's finishing time screen. Here you are able to see what time the committee and the tracker finished a boat. Race scrolling further down is where you can set up automatic notifications based on tracker events. These can be toggled on or off. When enabled, you can set the parameters for when alerts are sent to race officers on the mobile race app or using SMS or email when subscribed to the co-pilot on the race dashboard. These alerts include when a boat is a number of minutes from the finish line, when the tracker battery is low, and if you have not had a position report from a tracker within a specified period. Below notifications is where you can configure a link for a live screen. This can be used with widescreen TVs in order to broadcast live standings that automatically scrolls through each division and class. This is what the live screen looks like. Once up and running, it doesn't need to be managed as it will automatically switch between divisions and classes, giving spectators a full view of the race. This can be made full screen using F11 on your keyboard. You're able to view the status of the YB trackers within Nautical Cloud by selecting YB Tracker Live Status within the Race Tracking tab. This screen provides you with information about the trackers. You can see the last received transmission from the tracker and also see the battery level. The status of the tracker will turn red if it has a low battery or a transmission is not received in a prolonged period. This is a great place to cross-reference the serial number with the boat name, as the YB team name should match the boat name. If this doesn't match, it is likely you have the wrong serial number. Adding sectors to your race allows your audience to see how long boats have taken in each sector and what their corrected time and position was at these points. This provides insight into how boats are placing from sector to sector. This can be toggled between total corrected time and total elapsed time. You also have the ability to see a boat's time in sector. This shows you the corrected time of each sector as you click through them. You can pick if the time displayed is the corrected time or the elapsed time within the sector. By selecting a boat, you can see how it is placed as it moves through each sector. showing the positions gained or lost at each stage. To create each sector, navigate to the Course and Start Times tab. Here you are able to add transit points. This brings up the new transit point screen. You are able to list the order of the transit points, the name that will show for the transit point, and the name YB have given you for the transit point geofence. In the mobile race app, you can sort by a boat's estimated finishing time. To do this, select the Finishing tab, select the cog, and then sort by estimated finish time. This uses the latest tracker data to order the boats by estimated finish time. Please note if a boat is finished or set to retired in the system, this will automatically update YB tracker.